Yes, indeed, and different size guys too. Entenmann takes up so much of the cage, and Porter a smaller goalie, but great patience.
Jacob Fopp at the faceoff X for Syracuse, and it's the Penn transfer Kyle Gallagher for Notre Dame. The Irish so good on the faceoffs this year, 71% win the opening draw, although they were under 50% against Virginia in the loss last Saturday. First turn on offense for the Orange, that first midfield. Trimboli, who's got the ball, along with Dordovic and Curry. And Trimboli, who had a hat trick against Notre Dame 2 years ago, whistles it high. The Irish back line, Arden Cohn, Jack Keelty, and the Penn transfer Kyle Thornton, as good as it gets in college lacrosse. Dordovic, tough angle, saved by Entenmann. Shot clock resets.
Look at Dordovic right there. You see the first step and close to the near pipe.
And a shot and a goal by Jamie Trimboli, who gets the scoring started on this Saturday afternoon.
Dordovic, Curry, Trimboli. Well, the last few weeks, 12 in white, Trimboli has always been getting the short stick. So he's the matchup for Syracuse in terms.
Owen Seebold. Griffin Cook still looking for his first goal of the season. He's been running on the second midfield with Owen Hiltz starting on attack. Seebold on the inside. Cobras around the crease and stings the back of the net.
Hey now. This is gorgeous. Little Lyle Thompson, two-time Tewaaraton winner from Albany, made that shot famous. And
if Syracuse is going to make Notre Dame a team that has to dodge to score.
Speed kills, but Durf's got some speed too.
Jacoboy's had the step, flips it back. And near turnover, the ball dies in that far corner. Griffin Westlin able to pick it up. 30 to shoot. Now Quinn McCann down the alley. McCann to the cage. The goal is good, and Notre Dame is on the board.
For my money, 15 in Navy for Notre Dame is one of the most underrated midfielders in college lacrosse because he does everything. He plays extra man. He can play on the wings. He's a good defender. But also, we talk about Jacoboy's speed, bottom hand, to kind of take away that passing element from Kavanagh.
Jacob Buttermore, he's been limited the last few games. Now Chase Scanlan against Kyle Thornton. Scanlan had some separation. Over to Rehfuss. Stephen Rehfuss working against Arden Cohn. Rehfuss fires low to high. He's done it all. He has been Syracuse's best offensive player this year.
Watch the placement, Anish. We said he was the secret sauce for the Cuse offense. We know about his passing ability. He's been sniping this season on the right-handed goalie. Top left. Have 129. Cuse is up. Seen it more and more, Anish, with great attack units. The riding has been relentless.
Dordovic over to Owen Hiltz. Back to Rehfuss at X. Rehfuss snakes around, shoots and scores. 4 shots on goal, 4 goals for the Orange, and that's 2 for Rehfuss.
The book on Rehfuss prior to 2021, make him a Dodger, make him score. Well, he's done that and more. Loves getting up above goal line extended with the left hand.
Kavanagh held without a goal, just 2 assists against Virginia last week. Westlin's got the short stick matchup in Avila's. Kavanagh on the inside, turned away. Back to Kavanagh. Shoots and scores.
Let's go, Cav.
Credit Pat Kavanagh. I thought the first shot that he had on this possession was spectacular. The way he handled it. Caught it in traffic, got the shot off. Porter makes the save, and the second chance opportunity for one tough cookie. You mentioned his older brother Matt would throw his body all over the place. The Kavanaghs are built differently.
Tries to force you to make that tough pass inside. If you can get inside, there are looks to be had, but it's not easy to get inside. It's like maneuvering the Death Star.
Yeah. Yes.
If you can inside, hit it, great.
Yeah. Get it inside and have behind the goal dodging opportunities.
Like that. Hiltz to Scanlan. That's what Owen Hiltz has done so well this year. That through pass, cutting through the defense.
When I watched Grant Ament have record-breaking passing seasons at Penn State, it was the through passes that separated him. The through pass, you get it through the heart of the defense, from one far angle to another. Old.
Dordovic goes to work against the short stick. Over to Hiltz, quick pass to Rehfuss. Cone all over him. Here's Curry against the LSM Boyer. Brendan Curry beats Jose Boyer. And it's 6-2.
He's got a nickname not too many people know. He's the hangry chef with an H. Kid loves to get it done in the kitchen. He gets it done on the lacrosse field as well. And Anish, this is smart coaching by Syracuse.
I've met by 7, then took the lead before Duke got the final 2. Notre Dame 0-1 in conference, lost to Virginia last week. Good to see Quinn McCann back out there. Jacobois has the short stick. Oladamoye. Jacobois gets free. Little split dodge to the cage, and he beats Strake Porter.
Speed kills. This unit, I mentioned earlier, Quinn McCann, one of the most underrated midfielders in college lacrosse. When you have Jacobois, McCann, and then the freshman Dobson, this is a midfield that can hang with.
Wyckoff, former D3 All-American at Gettysburg, against Kavanagh. Now McCann against Oladamoye. Dobson, the freshman, the Florida Flame.
Is that what you're calling him?
For now. Porter out of the cage to meet Kavanagh. Now retreats back into the circle. Wyckoff all over Kavanagh. Westlin shoots low and scores.
It's the IQ of Pat Kavanagh, sensing a teammate, filling a seam. So Wyckoff's playing good defense. Why is DiPietro sliding there? Why? You just created offense. When you talk to John Desko this week, he was adamant about that. Let's not create offense.
On the extra man, 9 of 12 this season, Will Yorke with 4 of the 9 goals. That's number 99. Kavanagh spins it back to McCann. Jacobois. There's Yorke. He loves that wing. Feet inside. Kavanagh. Shot and a goal. You give Notre Dame an opening with an extra man, they will take advantage.
They are brilliant against the zone. They're brilliant when they're up a man. When defensive teams have to play that zone-oriented man-down defense. And
Gallagher at face-off and Thornton on defense from Penn. Lipka from the Cuse. Leahy from Providence. Yorke from Bucknell. Kavanagh off the scramble. Less than 30 to shoot, still time. DiPietro marking Pat Kavanagh. Westlin fires scores, and we are tied. 4 unanswered by the Irish.
I want Pat Kavanagh on my team. I love his energy. I love his ability to find teammates, and look how pumped he is after he scores. Or a teammate hits the back of the net. 50 at Kavanagh, played off the ball, made the nice plays in transition. Now he's the quarterback of this offense with elite vision.
Gallagher on the doorstep, and it's Yorke for the lead.
It can be relentless. You got Charlie Leonard, and then you have this guy, Kyle Gallagher, the hand speed. Finds Yorke, who is absolute.
Now Dobson, left hand wide.
He's scary. He's one of those guys, you just know he's getting a shot off, right? Like, just a matter of him hitting the cage. 6'4", 220, two-handed cradle. You play the body, you're toast.
The takeaway by the Orange, Kennedy. Wearing number 11. That number on defense means what 22 means on offense. Here's Peter Dirth. He can score, and he does! The All-American with his 16th career goal. And that's a little juice for Syracuse. We're tied up at 7.
Find some plays in the middle of the field. That's a must. Dirth just uses that burst against a speedy midfielder in McCann. Tells you how fast, big, and strong.
Hiltz to Dordovic. Back to the freshman Hiltz. Rehfuss fakes the pass. Still plenty of time. Hiltz, there's that through pass. Curry stings the top shelf.
At the top of every coach's wish list for an attackman who passes, can you give me not just extra sauce on the typical pass? Yes, you want that. You want the through pass, though. That breaks the back of a defense. When you can standpoint, Owen Hiltz is so involved in the Syracuse offense, even when he doesn't have the ball, because he's a high wing shooter. He can play inside in the crease, and when you give him a little bit of extra.
What'd you say before the game, Kark? This was going to feel like a 12-10 game?
Yes, that's not happening.
Mo Myrer to the cage. We're tied at 8.
With all the speed dodgers for Notre Dame, I asked Kevin Corrigan about Meyer earlier in the season. Said he might be Notre Dame's best athlete. And that tells you something, because they have guys who have big-time wheels in the midfield in Jacobois and McCann.
Myrer tied it at 8. Jacobois to McCann. McCann in trouble. Rolling toward the sideline. You're right, the ball's playing a lot slower on this turf than we're accustomed to seeing. Kavanagh on the inside, and it squeaks through. 5 points in the first half, and a first half hat trick for Pat Kavanagh.
I love the creativity and the improv in the sport of lacrosse. We saw Seebold from the Cuse do it in the first quarter with the shovel shot. This is such instincts. Driving up the left hand, switches to the right just for the backhand shot. Porter has no...
Is Liam Entenmann related to Entenmann's from the bakery, the crumb cake, right?
Yeah.
A lot of similarities. Entenmann's the bakery, originally started in Long Island. Liam Entenmann from Long Island. William Entenmann was the founder of the bakery. Liam's dad is Bill, but alas, no relation.
Really?
No relation.
You sold it. You were bringing me to, yeah. I mean...
Westlin, that one hit off of Porter. It's 10-8.
Westlin is crafty and plays off of passers who can find seams. And Sean Leahy, the Providence transfer, on the invert.
To Westlin. Dobson now. 20 seconds on the man up.
They're going to hold it because then there'll be extra man in the beginning of the third quarter. Maybe not.
Dobson fires! The Florida Flame, the freshman from Fleming Island, gives Notre Dame a 3-goal lead.
Well, the game clock, my mistake, was actually longer than the extra man, so there was 1 second left in this penalty. This shot is ridiculous. I mean, he steps in, plants his...
Offensively, obviously, Syracuse needs to even out the possessions. How do they want to attack Notre Dame's defense?
I think you give him a dose of that invert. Brendan Curry, nothing goes wrong when he inverts. He's good enough and can run away from pressure.
Antiman with a save. Hallenbeck the other way. He's got 4 goals this year. Finding Westlin. Griffin Westlin with 4 goals today.
He's got that look like, yep, I can sting it. You better respect me as a shooter, or I'm going to be tagging corners all afternoon in the Dome. Sets his feet.
Leahy around the bend. Comes back to Kavanagh. Porter out to meet him. Retreats. Kavanagh working on Wyckoff. No slide. The shot to score.
Okay, here's the deal. The one question I had about this Notre Dame attack coming into this matchup, who was going to generate goals from a dodging perspective behind? Pat Kavanaugh's answering it, and he's been very, very crafty.
And with the advantage Notre Dame has at the face-off X as Leonard wins one, it's hard to come back on these guys. Charlie Leonard all the way! Make it, take it, Notre Dame!
Wow, the Irish are rolling in the Dome. Savage is going down swinging, but Charlie Leonard has too much street cred not to make plays like this. He was the ACC Face-Off Specialist of the Year in 2019. Now at the Face-Off X, but when Notre Dame has it offensively, they're picking this defense apart.
And Syracuse just hasn't had a whole lot of offensive possessions. Here's Dordovic through the cage. Scanlan! Well executed. Tucker Dordovic to chase Scanlan. 14-9.
In the first half, we saw a similar play where Dordovic came down the alley, Notre Dame showed, and he had to make that cross-crease pass. Scanlan didn't handle it in the first half. This time he does. Dordovic is smart enough to know scoring
that game. Seebold against Bergmaster. Seebold. Lucas Quinn, bouncer, save on the rebound, a shot to score. Owen Seebold was there to clean up. That's 14-10.
Seebold deserves this goal. He made a terrific move in the beginning when he dodged against Bergmaster. He got the Notre Dame defense to spin. As a result, Lucas Quinn gets the first attempt. Entenmann shuts the door. Seebold picks up the trash. Cans it for the as much as me. My brother Brian is over the top. He's almost too much. I mean, I wonder, does this guy really work? That's my biggest question, because all he's doing is posting food.
Rehfuss trying to bring Syracuse to within 3. Rehfuss against Harris, gets free, and a laser up top.
We featured him in the Open early in his career. 3 straight seasons leading the Cuse in assists. Well, this is Stephen Rehfuss 2.0, creating his own offense and slinging it.
McCann working on Aviles. Now it's Dobson, part of that first midfield with McCann and Jacobois. Eric Dobson on the run from distance, and he's a true freshman.
Notre Dame goal is his second of the
I don't know what else to say about this guy. If you give him a running start, he has the speed and can plant his foot
at 13.
and create a way better angle. It didn't have any chance. Goes off of Porter's helmet. Fresh 80, Irish in control.
Flag coming against Syracuse. And Notre Dame can hold the ball, burn some clock here with a 4-goal lead, knowing they're going to go man up. Yorke on the inside. A beautiful feed by Kavanagh, who's got a 7-point game, and Will Yorke with his second goal.
When you have a passer who's a righty and a finisher that's a lefty, this is what you get. Strength on strength, right? Got a cross check on Peter Durth, so there will be a penalty. Watch how far out they play Dobson.
Kavanagh, oh, that was the look. Kavanagh able to get it back. Now Yorke. He and Kavanagh play catch. Dobson, and he's a threat from there. Slam dunk, Kavanagh to Will Yorke. Notre Dame starting to run away with this.
Crisp passing and an understanding where your teammate is, right? Yorke stays high just enough to keep his angle and to be a target.
Notre Dame 3 for 3 with the extra man. Kavanagh and Yorke have connected a couple of times. Yorke's the guy hanging out in the crease, number 99. There's Will Yorke on cue.
You know what I love about Will Yorke? When you watch him on tape, he shoots the ball from the crease with a really low release. Like a lot of crease guys are traditional, catch it up by their ear, finish off their ear. Will Yorke catches up top, and in one... Say this though, my friend. Syracuse has to figure out something at the face-off X, and then their defense is just playing way too many minutes to have the attention to detail and the off-ball prowess to compete with teams when you're playing that much.
Notre Dame